And you know all those layoffs we've been talking about? These federal workers getting fired permanently since Friday during the shutdown? Setback now on that for the Trump administration, because in just the last few hours, a federal judge has stopped those firings for now, saying they are not legal. So that's where things stand as of tonight, as of Wednesday night. That's after, remember, a couple of unions sued last month over that so-called RIF plan. RIFs, that's D.C. speak for reductions in force. So this judge now says the Trump administration has taken advantage of the lapse in government spending and government functioning to assume that all bets are off. And that judge has now temporarily pressed pause. Julie Sirkin is joining us now. Key words here, Julie, temporary for now, because this is not permanent, presumably, and I don't know that we have any filings on this, the Trump administration will push back. It is their goal to implement some of these permanent firings during this shutdown, not a furlough where people don't go to work, they don't get paid, but they don't lose their jobs. This is something different altogether.
Absolutely. And when I talked to an official with the administration over the weekend, they told me, look, to expect more reduction in forces, that is not the end of the road. Those 4,000 employees that they have laid off across agencies, the administration wants to make this even harder so they can continue putting pressure on Democrats who, in their words, they see as the key to unlocking the shutdown. The unions pushed back pretty heavily on this and on the decision. The biggest union, the union represents the largest amount of federal workers in the country, the president of that union saying, quote, "We are pleased with the court's ruling, halting these unlawful terminations and preventing the administration from further targeting hardworking civil servants during the shutdown." I talked to Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia, Maryland, those senators and lawmakers that represent those states. They're home to a ton of federal workers, and Kaine is one of the many Democrats, most Democrats besides 3 in the Senate, who is voting time and time again against reopening the government. I asked him, how do you get out of this? What's the end of the road? And this is what he told me.
We have to have an agreement with the president that if we do a deal, you'll honor the deal. If he really wanted to put pressure on, he should say, as soon as we find the deal, there will be no more firings. There will be no more cancellation of projects. That would put pressure on. But just threatening to do what he's already doing, that really isn't pressure.
So Kaine, like other Democrats, Hallie, have this position of, okay, they're saying this in a shutdown, but if you look at all the actions the administration has taken to this point, they've made it very clear that they want to reduce the size of the federal government. And so the threat that the administration has been putting out there, the threat that became real last week when they tried to fire these federal workers that the judge temporarily hit pause on, he's saying that's not scaring us into just agreeing to reopen the government. They're going to continue fighting for those health care demands that they've been pushing. And this could, listen, we could see thousands of federal workers fired. We know that that's the number that the White House, the administration had suggested previously. And then on your side of Pennsylvania Avenue, we're, day 15 of this shutdown. No, we sort of, current status, still shut down, no news, back to you. I mean, that's where things stand. There's just no movement. There's no negotiation on this. This thing could go for another 3-4 weeks, potentially. Absolutely. And the vibe here is just weird. And we asked Senator Kaine about that, too. He's the author of the bill that President Trump signed into law back in his first term after the longest shutdown, 35 days in 2019, to guarantee that federal workers get back pay. That was Senator Kaine's answer for why it feels like things just aren't as urgent. The House is out of session. Speaker Johnson keeping his Republican members home. The Senate probably going to go home after tomorrow when they probably will try again. Today was number 9. Tomorrow might be number 10 to reopen the government. No additional votes. No new Democrats have crossed the aisle to reopen the government because they say that their fight to extend those Affordable Care Act subsidies that are going to expire at the end of this year is just too important. This has got to be a tough position, though, for senators like Tim Kaine, like Mark Warner, like the guys who represent so many federal workers, because they are definitely feeling the pain, but so far no budging, Hallie.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.